hung out there and knew everything, the ins and outs of Navy Pier. And anyways, he's like, yeah, basically they wanted to build the new Navy Pier, and certain permits wouldn't allow it or people, so they ended up just burning the whole thing down, and then we're able to get in there. But enough said about that. He was saying George busted out like a joint, and we started smoking it, and we're like, do you want some? He's like, no. He's like, I'm good. And George is like, well, are you sure? He's like, yeah. He's like, he said, they say don't knock it till you try it. Well, I tried it one time, and I didn't like it. We're like, all right. He says he doesn't want it, so.
Well, listen,
cool.
Bro, some people just can't accept the loss of control.
Oh, yeah, this guy was definitely that. He couldn't, let go of, being a bum at Navy Pier, that was, his spot.
Yeah. He was
he'd just sit there all day and watch everything.
Wired too tight to handle that shit.
Yeah. Imagining that he had significance, but no one gave a fuck. No one gave a fuck he was there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were probably the only people that ever fucking talked to him in, who knows how long.
So he had to make sure to give you the whole story in a nutshell, compressed.
Oh, yeah, he did too, man. He went on and on. He's like, that's 5 Mile Island out there. I'm like, what? It's like 5 Mile Island. I'm like, what is it? It's like pumps and stuff. I don't know.
So when you look at him and go, yeah, but did you know it's only 4.5 miles?
Yeah.
What?
Especially after we throw you in.
Does not compute. He goes into serial killer mode on your ass. All confused.
He probably was.
All confused kind of and shit. Erratic. Upset. Elevated. It's a slow process for people to become nons in the non-culture.
Yeah, eating their naan bread with nothing. Naan bread with non-topping naan bread.
Non-hummus on their naan bread?
Yeah.
You're like, please, real hummus is better, please. This is ridiculous. I don't know. Do you like hummus? Hummus. Yo.
Man. The sky is still rumbling. It's just been thunder since 24 hours straight, dude.
The skies are angry tonight.
I know. Kind of pissy. Keep pissing all over.
They're feeling hateful.
Well.
Why? Is the only question.
A bunch of sinners.
These
people have sinned, and now they must repent.
Punishment is good. Right?
They should be praising the Lord, but instead they've been listening to rock and roll music.
They've been dancing.
Yep.
They have been walking around with their heads uncovered.
They put on blue suede shoes and took off their face coverings.
It's the devil.
I know.
It's all the devil's influence.
Devil with the blue dress on. Devil with the blue dress on.
Good golly, Miss Molly, you sure like to roll. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah, I picked up a blue V-tail beta fish.
You got a blue V-tail beta?
Yeah.
That's cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was at the pet store and I saw it. It was under $5. I was like, shit. I was like, might as well. Low maintenance.
Yeah.
Laundry.
Fairly, yes.
Room. Sorry. Being interrupted.
Always.
Shit, the food costs more than the damn fish.
Yeah.
I started bitching too. I was like, why does this food cost more than the fish? And there's like, like couldn't even answer. Like, great conversation, asshole.
I hope you edited that part.
Yeah, I did with my eyes.
You know that eventually we're gonna get to the age where that last
We
filter,
just say it.
that last filter's gonna just crumble and shit, and you're just gonna talk.
But then I asked, I was like, so they have
stream.
two different kinds of food for the beta. They're both color-enhancing beta fish foods, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, which one's better? And they gave me advice on which one was better, but it still costs more than the fish itself. I was like, what is this, a fucking 2-year supply? Jesus. You know?
They want you to make sure that you have plenty of nutrition for your new fish friend.
Right? They could have sold it in a container like 1/10 the size. Like, shit, it's going to take a while for the fish to eat through this. Get all bloated and fucking shit himself to death. Get all contaminated.
Blocked and shit.
Yeah.
Bloated with crap. Dead from sepsis.
So I threw him a couple of little pellets, and he starts sucking them in, and then, you know how they suck them in and spit them out and suck them in until
they keep crunching on them and shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear him crunch it?
No.
Okay, sometimes if it's quiet enough in the past, I mean, we've had several betas for sure, but you can actually hear him crunching on it sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They got little teeth?
Yeah, well, or at least they're like plates, their mouth plates, just smash that shit.
Yeah, little jaws.
Like when we had the goldfish, and they ended up getting so big that we had to take them to a fucking aquarium place and put it in the koi pond and shit. They got so big. But you could really hear them fucking crunching the shit out of it because the pellets, you know, they sized up even in pellets almost the size of like small dog food kibble. That at the end when I got rid of them, I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous. They're overgrowing each other.
Like $20 a week to feed them and shit.
Yeah, man, it was getting
Like,
ridiculous. Holy shit.
Fuck. They eat you.
Well, and then we ended up having to split them into different tanks and shit because they were getting too territorial and aggressive because they were just getting...
You should have made, like, breaded fish sticks one night and not told anybody.
Oh, shit.
It's like, what'd you think of dinner? Oh, that was delicious. Thanks, Dad.
Like, quietly take all the goldfish to the store and, you know, donate them and stuff, and then go to the store and get some fucking breaded fish sticks, throw down, fucking chomp chomp, and then they look over and they're fucking in the aquarium.
Yeah, you're eating them, you'd be like, hey, look at the koi pond.
Yeah.
Or look at the fish tank.
Aquarium's
like,
empty. Check it out. What happened?
They look down at their plate like, oh, fuck.
Like, there's Goldie and Brown Guy.
Brown Guy.
Stripe Back and Spothead and other Goldie. Yeah, all the names and shit. Goldie, and other Goldie and Brown Guy.
Goldie's golden and crunchy.
Yeah, golden breaded deliciousness. It's just a couple.
There's like a piece of fish that's kind of brown, half brown.
Oh.
Well, brownie.
Brown meat? Dude, no.
Yeah, you know how sometimes
bad.
you get like the backside of the meat and it's kind of darkish.
That's a cancer fish. Fuck that.
It's like pure mercury.
Oh, no fun at all.
You have a nervous condition the next day. You're like twitching.
You're like, the fish, something was wrong with the fish. Gross.
I used to feed it watch batteries and shit.
Feed it watch batteries? What? Oh, fuck? Don't eat that son of a bitch. No.
Give it some extra mercury and nickel. Cadmium.
If I was watching some fucking thing last night on YouTube where they took like a can of tuna or something. Was it tuna or sockeye or something? I can't remember. They took a can of fish, opened it up, and put a little bit under the microscope. And there were like these plastic, like little tiny, like tiny threads of plastic. Yeah, in the fish meat.
Mm.
Oh,
that's good for you.
See, but here's my query about that. How in the fuck, even in a fish stomach, how would plastic like that
get into the meat?
Find its way into the meat? Yeah. How the fuck is that actually happening? Wouldn't it pass through? Like, if you ate a little piece of plastic, would it go in and become part of the meat of your body? Or would you shit it out? Because these are not fucking huge pieces. These are just like little tiny pieces of plastic and shit. I mean,
I don't know.
They had to put it under a fucking microscope. Now, again, I'm no man of deep science. However, I'm also not a fucking idiot. Not to,
I mean that should be
yeah. Now let me be
looked
clear.
Into.
Like Obama.
Verified, right?
Yeah.
We need Snopes to verify that for us.
Yeah. Google it. They're honest. Anyway.
Well, there is a lot of plastic in the ocean. There's no doubt about it. But
again,
tiny particulate worked its way into the tissue, is what you're saying.
Yes. There's no doubt that there's a lot of plastic pollution in the oceans and everything. Yes. So nobody get that twisted. I'm totally on board with that, of course. But my question is, like you said specifically, how the fuck would that work its way through the stomach linings and all this stuff, and work its way actually into the meat of the fish in any significant way, capacity, other than digested, and then if digested fine enough, it could possibly become part of your bloodstream.
Yeah, or maybe breathe in through the gills. I don't fucking know.
Oh. Again, I'm at a loss here.
Yeah. I mean, anything's possible, but I know what you're saying. I've kind of thought about that before.
Now, because that's the way they linked it in the little video, was that this is from man's pollution of the oceans. I would put forth the idea that it's probably more likely man's pollution with plastics at the processing level. Whatever.
Oh.
Hey.
Just chopping it up.
Yeah. Like it just works its way in and shit, and it's just part of the open environment that it's fucking
that would make more sense.
Made in and shit. But the way they linked it was that it was because the fish had eaten it, and I'm like, that's not physically, I don't think really that possible. Hey, hang tight.
So I looked it up, and the name of that podcast of Tish and Brandy Cyrus, it's called Sorry We're Stoned, and season 2 launched in January, and I guess they're just high and they ramble on, mother-daughter.
Sorry We're Stoned?
Yeah. And they tell the funniest Cyrus family stories in each of their episodes. It seems like nothing is off limits for these two self-proclaimed stoners. We're really enjoying getting an inside look at one of our favorite music families.
A nice, wholesome, stony family time?
Yeah.
Sweet.
There's no Miley, though, just her sister and her mother.
Molly's like, I'm